Emily Dickinson wrote poetry about the coexistence of love and death as a shared part of being human. For her, the pain of death didn't destroy love, it deepened it. And that insight, more than a century later, it still feels strikingly modern. Dickinson lived most of her life in near seclusion in Amherst, Massachusetts. She saw death often, in illness and in war and in the loss of her friends and family, but instead of turning away from it, she faced it head-on, searching for meanings in the tension between love and mortality. In one of her poems, she writes, "Unable are the loved to die, for love is immortality. Nay, it is a deity unable, they that love to die, for love reforms vitality into divinity." Here, she insists that love is not erased by death, but it continues, just transformed. That idea is as human now as it was then, that grief is simply love that endures without a body to hold. In Dickinson's When I Was Small, a Woman Died, she says, "To look at her, how slowly the seasons must have turned, till bullet clipped an angel, and he passed quickly round. If pride shall be in paradise, our self cannot decide of their imperial conduct, no person testified. But proud in apparition, that woman and her boy pass back and forth before my brain, as even in the sky. I'm confident that bravos perpetual break abroad for braveries remote as this in Scarlet Maryland." This shows a mother and son who both ended up dying, and from Dickinson's view, they both joined together after death, revealing how she sees love as lasting beyond life, and death as a reuniting force. The two were separated in life by death and rejoined after by death, their love bringing them back together. In another poem, she says, "Parting is all we know of heaven and all we need of hell." This line captures how loss carries both the sweetness of memory and the sting of separation. Her poetry reminds us that love and pain are intertwined, and we cannot have one without the risk of the other.
Modern readers still connect to this honesty. In a world where loss can feel overwhelming, from personal grief to global tragedy, Dickinson's work gives voice to the quiet persistence of love that survives even after death. Her style also feels uncannily modern. Her short lines, dashes, and fragmented thoughts resemble the quick, emotional bursts of our digital communication today. Text messages, social media posts, or journal entries. She writes as if she's thinking out loud, raw and unfiltered, searching for the truth in the middle of uncertainty. One poem of hers says that the bustle in a house, the morning after death, is solemnness of industries enacted upon earth. The sweeping up the heart and putting love away, we shall not want to use again until eternity. The use of the bustle after death as a solemn industry implies that it is a crucial part of human life in the world, as industries are meant to produce something for a consumer, those who experience love and death in this case. The end sees love being put away and not used again until eternity. As we have seen in other poems, death reunites love. That is the eternity that love is waiting to be used again for, showing how love persists through and past death. This emphasis on industry is something we can definitely relate to in our 21st century lives, that may have a different meaning for Dickinson in her time, but is still an important piece that we can carry now today. In her final years, Dickinson wrote that "it will never come again is what makes life so sweet." It's a simple but profound acceptance that love and death are not opposites, but partners. That our awareness of mortality is what gives our moments of love their intensity, their urgency, and their beauty. Emily Dickinson's poetry endures because it captures something essential about being human. She reminds us that to live is to love, and to love is to risk loss. But that risk is what makes love real. In her vision, love and death are not enemies, they are two forces that, together, give shape to life itself.